She was lovely. She was very kind. She'd call me every day. Even before it happened, we spoke in the morning. I was at work. She's like, "Samsebenzini?" I'm like, "Yeah, Funan." She's like, "Funa ukuhleka now." And then, yeah, she was telling me because she was buying a new car. She was excited about getting her M2. She was a lovely person. She just wanted to help everyone.
Because she feared for her life.
Yeah, she did. She did. She had changed her car. She was using a different car for a couple of days. And she got another courtesy car from BMW that she was using for a couple of days. And then when she had confirmed that she wants to get the M2, that's when she got back her car. So she had only got back her car for like 2 days, 2 days when this happened. Yeah. She was, as I said earlier, she was all about the helping. Because I remember the pharmacy wasn't opened yet. Because they were at the shop because they were just doing stock taking, putting the medication. She was planning an open day, which is going to be month end. So she was more on the, I want all people to come, free BP test. We want to give them free things. We want to help them before opening. So the reason why she chose Guanyus was because she's like, it's far. Going to Hillcrest is going to be far for certain old people getting their HIV medication, their BP medication. So she wanted to get a pharmacy that's going to be close by for them.
If you could speak to police now, what justice would you say you're calling for lastly?
Oh. Can they please not fail us? Can they please not fail my sister?
Well, on Tuesday, I was at work. I'm currently living in Johannesburg. Both my sister and I are living in Johannesburg, and our baby sister resided here in Durban. She gave me a call and told me around 1 o'clock that there had been a shooting, and she couldn't reach our baby sister. I immediately requested an Uber and drove right straight to the airport. In the Uber, I was booking my flight, and upon arrival, I took a flight to Durban. When I landed here, a friend of mine picked me up from the airport, and we drove directly to the scene where we were informed as I was driving there that my sister had passed away. She had been shot and she had died at the scene. From the airport, the phone call then led to me making my way to the morgue because she had been transported at the time. After that, I did go to the scene, and I did get to see everything that was there. I mean, her body had been removed, but I got to the scene, and there were bullets everywhere. There were bullets, like over 10 bullet holes in the cupboards, between the counters. There was blood across the medication, and it looked like the people that went into that pharmacy were there to kill my sister and her employees. It truly breaks my heart because my sister has been experiencing a lot of threats for the past couple of months from a previous partner that she was in a relationship with. She ended the relationship last year, but the threats kept coming from the partner, from the partner's brother. She was being threatened. She had went to the police. She had hired private security. And for me, as it stands right now, because in the pharmacy, not a single painkiller, Panadol, or money was taken. Her handbag was not taken. Only her work phone and her work laptop was taken, and her life.
The family of slain pharmacist and businesswoman Nomzila Madimane has finally broken its silence, revealing chilling details surrounding the brutal killing that has left a community in shock and raised serious questions about the failure of the criminal justice system. Speaking to Newsroom Africa, the grieving family alleged that Madimane may have been murdered by a jealous ex-boyfriend who had allegedly terrorized her with death threats after their relationship ended last year. According to the family, Madimane had repeatedly reported the threats to the police and had even obtained a protection order against the suspect. However, they claim their pleas for help were ignored, accusing the South African Police Service of failing to act decisively despite clear warning signs that her life was in danger. The tragedy unfolded when Madimane and one of her employees were gunned down in a shocking attack. The brazen killings have sparked outrage, with many questioning how a woman who had sought protection from authorities could still end up dead. Family members described Nomzila as a hardworking entrepreneur and compassionate professional who was trying to rebuild her life after walking away from a toxic relationship. Instead, they say she lived in fear while authorities allegedly failed to enforce the protection order meant to safeguard her. As investigations continue, the suspect remain on the run, intensifying calls for justice and accountability. The case has once again highlighted the growing concern over gender-based violence in South Africa and the alleged failure by law enforcement agencies to respond swiftly to threats made against women. The Madimane family is now demanding urgent action, saying Nomzila's death could have been prevented had the police taken her complaints seriously. Meanwhile, the police in KwaZulu-Natal have not yet found a motive for the murders of Nomzila Madimane, a female cashier and a security guard, after unknown gunmen opened fire on the Madimane's new opened pharmacy in Gwanyuswa. Madimane, pharmacist, and the cashier were killed instantly after the shooting on Tuesday. The police spokesperson of KwaZulu-Natal, Robert Nechuwenda, said the security guard, who sustained a single gunshot wound, was taken to the hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. He said Injanga police were investigating 3 cases of murder and said the victims were at a pharmacy when they were ambushed by unknown people who opened fire on them. The females were fatally shot while the security guard sustained a gunshot wound but survived. He was taken to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The motive is unknown. Residents of Gwanyusa near Hillcrest were devastated by Madimane's death. She had chosen to open her pharmacy there because residents struggled to access medication, according to reports on social media crime groups and according to her sisters. Madimane reportedly opened Nomuzi Pharmacy last week with the aim of helping local residents gain easier access to medication and healthcare services without having to travel long distances into town. Imelda Okemo posted a tribute on Facebook and said Nomzila was a young woman who spent years in university studying pharmacy, a course that entailed long nights, exhausting exams, practical training, financial pressure, and personal sacrifice. The kind of journey most people never fully see, but many endure in silence because they believe in a future worth the struggle. She did not choose an easy path. She went for a path of service to her people. She became someone who would help her community access medication, relieve pain, and restore hope. After years of hard work, she finally achieved it. She opened her own pharmacy in Gwanyusa near Hillcrest last week, less than 7 days after opening her doors. Armed men allegedly stormed into her pharmacy on Tuesday. Within seconds, the place was turned into a scene of unimaginable tragedy. Their deaths have since sparked outrage in the community. May her soul rest in peace, sending prayers and love to the family. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.